Hello everyone and welcome back. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched yesterday's video and took the time to comment. So sometimes I don't always get a notification when someone comments. It doesn't come through on my phone, and it's not till I go to my laptop later that I see all of the comments that might be on a video. So last night before I went to bed, I had my laptop close to me, and whenever I got up to go to the bathroom, which was usually like 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night, I checked my laptop and saw all the comments and replied to all of them. And so I just wanted to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. It just, it feels so good to get that support and, you know, to know that I'm not alone. And so, anyway, yeah, you guys inspired me, motivated me to get out of bed this morning and do another video. The other thing that motivated me was these little egg molds. And I think I got these at Walmart. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. If I can find a link for them, I will post them in the description below. Matter of fact, I got so excited that I actually already did this whole video. I just got done popping these out of here and realized my main camera wasn't on. So I'm going to redo this part. And what I used is the Make Your Own Almond Bark. So someone corrected me one time. I just called it almond bark, and they said it doesn't have almonds in it. So I guess it is Make Your Own Almond Bark. So that's what I used. And you can use chocolate chips probably. I'm not sure how well chocolate chips or, you know, non-tempered chocolate would, you know, pop out of the molds. I'm not sure. But I think if you use the melting wafers or the Make Your Own Almond Bark, I think we're pretty safe with that. And so I'm just taking my Pampered Chef, and I don't have these sprayed or anything. Taking my Pampered Chef, Chef's Basting Brush, I think is what it's called. And I'm just going along the insides of here. Like, I'm just going to do this real quick, do it like in a circular motion, and then kind of go back up across the top here. There we go. So same thing. Just kind of want to make sure that I'm getting it all over the sides, and then go back around the edges. I want that edge to be pretty firm. Looks like I missed a spot over here. And we're going to do a couple coats of this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Right there. And then I'm going to let this set at room temperature just until it hardens. Okay, and what we're going to end up doing is doing a couple layers, and then we will put them together. So these are the ones that I popped out right here a few minutes ago. And this is one right here that I already had finished. So I used a little peep on there. And I'll show you how I did that. But first, let's go ahead and put some candy on the inside of here. And since we are going to use a peep, maybe we should put some of the peep candies in here. So I have a plate here that is microwave safe. And I just warmed it up for about 45 seconds in the microwave. And I'm just going to set one side of my egg on here, one half, I guess I should say, just like that, so that it smooths it out. And then we'll throw in a couple of candies here. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Just get it nice and smooth and kind of melty. And then we're just going to take it and put it together, just like that. And as it firms and dries, it should, cross our fingers, stick together. It should stay together, which this one did, so I was pretty happy about that. Now, to get the decoration on the outside, that one already has a blue one. Let's put another blue one on the other side. So this is what I did. I just took a pair of scissors, and of course I washed them first. But when you cut it in half, it'll get that nice sticky part, and then you can just press it onto your egg. Pretty cute, huh? So let's do some all the way around. That would be fun, huh? So let's do a pink. I'm just going to set these there for a second. I guess we could actually use both sides, but the front looks better than the back, doesn't it? The back looks a little flat. So we'll do a blue, a yellow, a pink, a blue. Looks like I'm not going to have enough. Yellow, pink. I have been wanting, man, they've got some cool flavors of Peeps this year. I just bought hot tamales the other day, so they're like cinnamon flavored. I don't know. That might be a little much. Maybe it's just better to have one. don't know. Which way do you guys like it? Anyway, it's just a little idea. So this should have firmed up pretty well. And I'm not sure if you can see, but you can kind of, you know, the light kind of comes through there. So I want to go ahead and put one more layer on here and really make sure that we get those spots that are really thin. I think that's pretty good. And then we will set this over here. So I'm going to let that firm up one more time. And then when we come back, I think I'll put some nerds in there. I think I might even try to coat one in nerds and see what happens. Okay, so I've decided to do one more coat on these just to ensure that they pop out of the molds easily. If it's too thin, it's going to crack on you. Speaking of which, for this particular project, you kind of want your chocolate to be a little bit thick, but sometimes you might be coating something like chocolate covered pretzels or something, and it's not working out too well because the chocolate's too thick and you need it to be a little bit thinner so that it just kind of flows over the top. And what you can do is add a tiny bit of coconut oil. And I would say for, you know, a bowl about this size, if you have it filled to here with chocolate, maybe in between a couple of teaspoons maybe should be okay. Maybe a tablespoon. Just depends on how thin you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the freezer for a second. There we go. And we are going to, let's see if my plate is still warm. Yeah, a little bit. So this one, I'm going to throw a little bit of sixlets in. I love these things. They're the prettiest colors for Easter too. Maybe just a few more. And then our other half of our egg on the plate again. And then we'll put them together. Uh-oh, looks like I made one a little bit smaller. Let's try this. Flip it over and do this again. Looks like I got this one a little bit warmer than the other one, or swirled it on the plate a little bit more so it was a little bit bigger. But there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, and let's do one with some nerds. I haven't had nerds candy forever. And this again. Uh-oh, I got a hole there. The nerds are going to be coming out. But that's okay because I think I'm going to try to coat this a little bit. Maybe I should start with like one end of the egg. And see if we can make this a nerd covered egg. Like just press them into the chocolate. Yes, big mess. That's what the name of my channel should be. Cheri Makes a Mess. All right, so this might not have been the greatest idea in the world. It is kind of funny though. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest this, but it is funny that there's nerds inside. So I'm going to clean up this mess here. I'm going to warm up this plate once more, and then we will take the ones out of the freezer and we will finish those up. Okay, hopefully they've been in there long enough that these pop out pretty easy. So oh, there we go. See, I just tapped them on the back. And they came out really nice. So I'm just going to set those over there. Clean up my mess here a bit. And we will go ahead and put some candy in these as well. I did like the idea of putting the nerds on the inside though, even though they didn't work well for the outside. And I have seen where, whoa, we're going to end up with nerds on everything. Nerds was probably not the best idea. And again, you want to make sure that you get your eggs pretty thick with the chocolate. So there would have been like a weak spot. When I touched it, it cracked on me and it fell inside the egg. But that's okay. It's still edible. It's just not giftable. So I'm going to do the same thing here and try not to get these nerds on here. I guess it's okay if 1 or 2 fall inside, huh? Put the rest of these in here. Anyway, I was getting ready to say, I have seen where people have taken the chocolate, maybe it's chocolate or maybe it's some sort of like royal icing or something, and they've piped designs on here and stuff like that. I assumed it was chocolate, and I thought that would be a little bit hard for me to do. So I steered away from that, and that's why I went with trying to put these nerds on here and doing the little peeps. But I think the peeps are cute, and you could probably find other little candies at the store that you might be able to cut down like that and put on here. Let's put a couple more peeps in here. Matter of fact, before I photograph these this afternoon, I might run to the Dollar Tree and grab some of those, because I do think they'd be really pretty on the outside. And I will do them just the same way. I will cut the marshmallow in half, and then it'll be sticky on the back side, and it'll be good to go. I'm going to rinse my hands really quick, because I have these here that I also did. So my other idea, and I did this a few minutes ago when I first started the video, the part where my main camera wasn't working, and I had done these as well. So my idea was to not just fill the egg, but make it solid. So like fill it, but fill it all the way up. So what I did was took some crushed Oreos, and I just put them down in here, and then I poured the white make your own almond bark over the top of that. So I've got another plate in here that I just warmed up, and we're gonna see. I tested these a bit ago, and I think they will pop out just fine. Might make a bit of mess. So I just put the Oreos in there and then poured the white chocolate, but I think I like the looks of this better than, I don't know, kind of looks like a dinosaur egg. Kind of looks cool, like it's cracking open. I don't know. You guys will have to decide. If you don't want it to where it looks like it's cracking open like that, I would pour a little bit of the white chocolate down in there first, and then drop in some cookie crumbs. But the great thing about this is, you know, Oreo makes all different kinds. They make a carrot cake, they make a coconut caramel cookie, and you don't have to use Oreos, you can use any kind. So even though this is a cookies and cream candy bar, you only get in one flavor. So making your own eggs like this, you get to make your own flavor. So let's see if we can get these to stick together. Hopefully this plate is hot enough. There we go. So I've got a little gap right here, but that's okay. I think all in all, I think it looks pretty cool. It's pretty heavy too. So let's try another one. Grab 2 halves. Yeah, grab this half. Not that it really matters. I like that the cookies aren't coming out. And I do kind of like, it looks like it's cracked open now that I'm looking at it like this. So that, I think, kind of turned out a little cool. I don't know. You guys have to let me know what you think. Put these two together. I probably need to get my plate hotter. But it's sticking. There we go. And then our last one right here. And I think my camera is probably getting ready to die, so I'm going to wrap this up really quick. I hope you guys had fun watching this. I think these are super fun, and I'm sure you guys will find all kinds of things that you can put inside those eggs and make them a really neat surprise for the kids on Easter. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.